What's up, meatbags? It's the often imitated, never duplicated Tony TGD coming at you with a little reaction live stream. I have not seen the Intellivision Amico deep dive into Battle Tanks, so we're going to watch that together live. You're going to get my reaction, my thoughts, my feelings, and then we're going to discuss some other things about the Battle Tanks trailer that was released today. But before we get to that, do like Reyes says, like, subscribe, comment, do all the good things that make the algorithm go, so that way, we can pump up the numbers because I want to hit 1,000. I want to hit 1,000, before the Amico releases. Let's try to get that money, let's get some of that cheddar. And I will be drinking water flavored with Mio, blue raspberry lemonade. If you're wondering, we got Carl, Beefy, Rhea, GoGo 13, Juxtaposition, Days Gaming, MIDI Music, all in the house. What's up, fellas and lady? Let me know if any of you guys actually watched the video yet. Let me know your thoughts. But let's go ahead and get into it. We got 9 people here. We got enough. I think we'll just go ahead right into this. Now, the first thing, blueberry Faygo. I've never had blueberry Faygo. I like strawberry Faygo. No call, no show says, just want to say that I'm not a fan of this Tellerico character. I will not be buying a Miko. It's interesting. What's up, CM Retro? Good Lord, just do plain water. I can't do plain water. I hate plain water. Gotta have flavor in it. Gotta have some little taste. Sugar free, so I mean, it's good for you. But the first thing you'll notice in this video is the name. It says Amico Deep Dive Intellivision Battle Tanks. Final name to be announced. So we're doing a deep dive into a game that should have been released last year, because I believe this is one of the launch titles, not one of the pack-ins, but one of the launch titles. So it should have been released at least within the first month or so of the console being released, 10/10/2020. And we still have not gotten a final name on this game. So how is this possible, ladies and gentlemen? How is it possible that we could be so late in the game, so late in production, and still, we don't have a final name on this game? No Guard D, is this where Tony bashes on a $10 game for 2 hours? I have no idea. I haven't seen the trailer yet, so if it's good, I won't be bashing on it. If it's bad, then I probably will be. TG16 Truth, I like some flavored sparkling water. I used to, but it has a lot of calories, a lot of sugar in it. It's got that artificial sugar. Carl says Apple Mountain Dew for the win. What's up, Dracovania's in the house. Yeah, like Rhea says, mollywop that like and subscribe button. What else we got going on here? Yeah, no unsweetened tea. Tea is nasty. In case you guys didn't know my stance on tea, I do not like any kind of tea. Iced tea, flavored tea, unsweetened tea. Dracovania says nothing about the video looks final. It looks like an alpha build for a 2006 Xbox arcade game. Oh shit! Sounds like I'm gonna have a good time here. So nobody here is with me, so hopefully the video does not stutter. Let me know if the video is stuttering. If you can hear it all right, we're going to hit play. It's got 18 minutes and 45 seconds. Hopefully we can get through this in quicker than an hour. Oh, stuttering already.
Hi, I'm Tommy Tellerico.
Let's go back for a second here real quick. One more. Where do I want to stop? All right, is it just me or is this Battle Tanks logo kind of look like the History Channel? One of those History Channel logos. I kind of dig it. I kind of like it. Looks good. Kind of odd that they would call it Intellivision Battle Tanks and not Amico Battle Tanks, but I guess that's just me. Nogar says it's $10 game. It's easy to bash, so have fun. I mean, there's a lot of good $10 games out there. I've picked up quite a few games under $10 that have been really well put together, well done, good assets, good art, good sprite work. So being $10 is not really a requirement for a game to be bad. I've picked up some really shitty $60 games. Buble is a 0-calorie, no sugar at all, carbonated infused water. Yeah, but it's got Michael Bublé in it in the commercials, so I don't know about that. Carl says you don't even like herbal tea. It's loaded with antioxidants. I do know that, Carl, and I do not like it. Tea has a heavy, heavy aftertaste that I do not appreciate. Actually, I was playing Heavy Weapon on my old Xbox 360, and it sure does look like an Amico game. Yeah. Beefy is jumping the gun here, saying World of Tanks partnership. Nogar says even the good ones can be bashed if that's your goal. Well, that's not my goal, Nogar. I just want to watch the trailer and see if it's good and give my thoughts and opinions on it. So, I mean, I don't know why you're jumping the gun here and automatically assuming I'm going to bash this game.
Hi, I'm Tommy Tellerico, and we are here at Intellivision with our Chief Technology Officer,
John Alvarado.
And
well, first off the bat, we got Tommy has gotten himself a new name. He's now the Chief Creative Officer, apparently. And John Alvarado has been upgraded to Chief Technical Officer.
His wonderfully curly mustache.
So that's interesting. P.O. Box Christmas says Relic Gamer and his alt accounts are already hard at work on Battle Tanks damage control. I mean, it is what it is.
All right. So today we're going to do an Amico deep dive for the game
Intellivision Battle Tanks.
Now, Intellivision Battle Tanks. So there was a game on the original Intellivision called Triple Action, and it had three games on it.
Right, 3 games.
Auto Racing, which was kind of meh, and then Biplanes and Battle Tanks. Right. We decided to split those two.
So they're taking a game that had 3 on there, and instead of giving you all 3 like the original Intellivision, they're giving you one at a time for $10. So they're charging you triple the price. Hey, what's up, Blinded Braille? Nogar says a really bad lag. All right, let me see if I can fix this. I guess we're going to try to drop it down to 240p. Hopefully the lag goes away. If not, Jacob, Tony needs to take up e-begging so we can buy him a better PC. It's not my PC. I think it's the internet. Some people say the video is lagging. Some people say it's running fine. The original Triple Action was much higher than $10. Hey, what's up, Blinded Braille? All right, let's try to play the video.
Wow. Biplanes is its own game, and this is Intellivision Battle Tanks.
Right, and Battle Tanks is an interesting game. You control a tank, and we have a very unique controller. We wanted to get the best control approach to controlling a tank, so we actually had to build a prototype and try a lot of different options, and we ended up liking more than one.
That's right, and that was a prototype that...
All right, cool. This is weird. I don't know if anybody knows this, but the developer listed for Battle Tanks is not Intellivision Entertainment. The developer is some weird company out of Utah. So it's kind of weird that John says that they had to develop their own control scheme for Battle Tanks if, once again, they're not actually developing Battle Tanks in-house. Yeah, Dazed. I get my Wi-Fi from the toaster. I think it's the damn kid. He's always on the internet. It says the couch facing away from the TV is weird to me. Yeah, it's one of those. It's a TV couch where it only faces towards you.
We built here in-house, tried out a whole bunch of different settings and everything. We ended up choosing 3 different ones, and we're going to go over those right now. In fact, let's check out some of the modes first, actually. Look at this. All right, Intellivision Battle Tanks, let's get into it. You can see right here off the initial menu screen.
Okay, this is. Anyone notice the oddness? What's up, show? Dragovania says, Tony, everything Amico related is always shady. You should be used to that by now. Yeah, I get confused. I think I'm dealing with a legitimate, regular, normal company. But why is there an exit on this menu screen? Anybody, someone in the chat, let me know why there would be an exit. I mean, I understand missions, battle mode, leaderboards, achievement, options. But since this is a single game only, why would there need to be an exit? I don't remember seeing an exit on any of the other gameplay videos. Yeah, Easy G. 3 different control schemes for an overhead tank game. They're supposed to be simple, so you would think they would just go back with one. Jacob Livingston says exit equals go back to the Amico home menu. Yeah, but from my understanding, they have a button that you can press on the controller for that. And like I said, the Astro Smash and the other, what was the other game? I think Shark, they showed the menu and they didn't have exit. So just seems weird. You would have exit instead of like a home button on your controller, like PlayStation. Jacob says the couch position is preferred because you don't have to look at the Amico games. Now.
In different ways to play, the missions, tons of different battle modes. We'll get into all that stuff. But I want to show you the leaderboards really quick because this is cool. So John, you'll see John's leaderboard thing here, but whatever profile or controller is connected, you can see there. See, here's mine here. So you can go in between different profiles, whoever's connected at that time. That's what that player 1, player 2 controller thing is down the bottom left. That's not going to be there in the final version, but we wanted to show that, you know, there's 2 controllers connected so that you can see. And it goes through all the different things. Pretty neat. Now, achievements is also interesting. So you can see we took the same approach here with the profiles, right? So this is Tommy, and these are all.
All right, we got to go back here real quick, and I'm going to put up the settings just for the picture here. We're going to go 1080p on this bad boy. Because I saw something a little interesting here. So it says total time played. Tommy has only played 5 minutes and 37 seconds of this game. But in 5 minutes and 37 seconds, he apparently has at least killed 3 people and has died 5 times.
Down the bottom left. That's not going to be there in the final version, but we wanted to show that, you know, there's 2 controllers connected so that you can see. And it goes through all the different things. Pretty neat. Now, achievement.
So come on, motherfucker. All right, this is John's. John has only played for 2 minutes and 57 seconds. His favorite mode is survival, and his teammate is Tommy. 1 kill, 3 deaths. Kind of weird for the, you know, you would think that they would have more game time playing, that they would have, you know, hours upon hours of game time on their profiles, because, you know, unless they specifically created these profiles just for the video, which again seems weird. I would think that they were playing the games and, you know, testing them out. And Tommy's rambling. Nah. Ooh, P.O. Box Christmas says 5 minutes and 37 seconds is more time than he played Smash Bros. For his classic review. Nogar says that is the game time on that console. Um, from my understanding, the profiles should go with the controllers. So that should be his personal profile and not the game's, the machine's profile. But either way, he's only played. So prior to setting this up, they've only played one game. For some reason, John has played 2 minutes and Tommy's played 5 minutes. I don't know. It just seemed a little weird to me. Tommy's so awesome. That's all the time he needs. All the achievements in 5 minutes. He's speed running it. Tommy and John are speed running battle tanks. Jacob Livingston says, just like Cornhole, they have the game made externally and then it's reviewed internally and tweaked. So all games are a combo between first and third party. So they're like second party games, in essence. Nogar says they may have played more on other Amico. But again, from my understanding, I thought the profiles were supposed to go with the controller. So I don't know. Maybe I'm not understanding how the profiles work. Or again, maybe these are just separate profiles. I don't know. Let's drop the frame rate so maybe we can avoid stuttering.
Is down the bottom left. That's not going to be there in the final version, but we wanted to show that, you know, there's two controllers connected so that you can see, and it goes through all the different things. Pretty neat. Now, achievements is also interesting. So you can see we took the same approach here with the profiles, right? So this is Tommy, and these are all the different achievements. You can unlock them to get new tanks and new weapons.
Okay, so unless there's a cut that I didn't
So you can see
catch.
we took the same approach, but we wanted to show that, you know, there's two controllers connected so that you can see, and it goes through all the different things.
Okay, so he
Pretty
just
neat.
went from the what was it, the leaderboards to the achievements, right?
Now, achievements is also interesting.
So Tommy's played 5 minutes and
See, we took
he's won 10 matches in 5 minutes. Is that how short the games are? The game's that short? Easy G said he's tired of hearing about John Stash. Yeah, so Nogar, I think that this kind of goes against your whole idea that that it's game time on the console because again, you know, it says his achievements are 10 matches. So his achievements and his the leaderboard and everything should all line up, no? I don't know.
took the same approach here with the profiles, right? So this is Tommy, and these are all the different achievements. You can unlock them to get new tanks and new weapons and new levels and things like that. But watch, see, I can switch to John's profile, whatever controller is connected, and you can see everyone's progression. That's what those green bars are for. So you can kind of see as I go back and forth where each of us are at. So that's kind of neat. I'm going to go into missions really quick. I want to show you how you can just get through that. Show you how many different, missions.
So we got to look at the mission screen, and it looks like there's only 18 missions in the game. Jacob says, I think all the stats are shown are just placeholder values to give an idea how real data will look later. That's possible. Dragomania says, no, just like his real life achievements, these are ones also made up and self awarded. Come on, guys. So we got a look at the mission map, and there's only 18 because there's no forward. There's a back, but there's no forward. 18 missions. They have the 3-star ratings, just like a mobile game. Days Gaming says 18 missions, minutes of fun. Finbar says it screams mobile game. Yeah, it does have, like I said, it has the star ratings for the missions like mobile games usually have.
You are, and you can play these single player, 2-player, 4-player, whatever, and you want to unlock them as you go. It obviously saves your progress. Last thing before we jump into gameplay, let me show you the options from the main menu. Just you can shake the screen when.
Okay, so this is the options in the main menu, and Tommy being an audio guy, there's no audio options in the menu. There's no highering the volume, lowering the volume, sound effects, sound effect volume, muting it. Obviously, Tommy was saying that they're we're working on accessibility options. I don't see any of that here. It's just screen shake and health bars. Which, I mean, if those are your only two options, what's even the point of having options? I mean, there's not even a difficulty for the AI. I would have just not even had options at this point. Just, picked either health bars on, since it is supposed to be for families and non-gamers, just leave the health bars on, limit the screen shake, and just call it a day. I mean, there's no point. These options are pitiful. Google 13 says, to be fair, lots of games have the 3-star thing going back to Xbox, Dreamcast. 2 systems I didn't play, so I didn't know that. But thanks for the heads up, Gogo.
It explodes, or if you want your health bars underneath your tanks showing or not. So you get that one there. But
all right, so battle modes are classic mode, deathmatch, very family friendly name here. Team deathmatch, also family friendly. Capture the flag and survival.
Let's get into some gameplay. So you can see we have 5 different battle modes here, and instead of me just explaining.
Jacob says, wouldn't health bars be a per user option? No, it's all or nothing. Everybody gets it or nobody. P.O. Box Christmas says, did y'all see that Goose made? Did y'all see the video that Goose made regarding the art for this game? I did, and we'll be talking about this after we watch the video. Jacovania says, I have 0 issues with the 3 stars thing, but for example, I bought Goblin Sword for Switch. It cost me $2 and has like 30 levels, tons of swords, and even boss fights. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having quick pick up and play things, but if it's quick pick up and play, there should be more than 18 levels. That just seems like way too little for a game in 2021, even at $10.
Them on a menu screen. Let's just dive into it, and I can kind of explain it as you're seeing it. So the first thing it asks you can see here is what arena you want to be in, and we have 20 different arenas in the game, all sorts of different setups, different destructibles, things like that.
So you got 20 different arenas, so that's at least something.
Of course, lava level. You couldn't have a video game without lava levels. Ice levels is the other thing that you'd probably want to have. Oh, look, there it is. I don't want to show you all of them, but just to give you an idea of, there's a lot of different ways and arenas to unlock and play. It's really cool. Well, let's start on the first arena. Then the next thing it asks you is how many.
So you can set the score in classic mode. You can spawn enemies, and you can put whether or not all guns are ricochet.
Points to win, so you can totally pick exactly how many points you want, the length of the game and stuff. The other thing is spawn enemies, so if you can play head to head, just 2 people, 2 human players, but if you wanted to spawn up.
Okay, so Nogar D says the replayability for this game is the multiplayer aspect. Yeah, but if there isn't anything interesting, if the game itself is not great, if the gameplay does not feel good, then people are not going to want to play it. I mean, there's a lot of games that have multiplayer, that are just trash. So, I mean, multiplayer in and of itself cannot be the reason for replayability. You have to give people more. You have to give them options, different modes, different gameplay. Uh, we're going to see more. We haven't gone through the whole video, but just saying something like multiplayer is the reason for replayability is kind of a non-starter. It's kind of a dumb comment, to be frankly honest.
Up, one or two others. So you can always have a total of 4 people playing if you'd like. That's the maximum.
Jacob, yeah, I was thinking about this too. When he says 20 plus arenas, bet is 18, one for each mission. He's rounding up. No, I think it's probably 18 levels, which are the ones that were named, and then 2 arenas. So arena 1, arena 2, and then the 18 levels that were named. So that's probably where he's getting the 20 different arenas, because the first one said arena 1, but the second area that he scrolled over had an actual name. So I think the levels for the missions have names, and I think then there's 2 like arenas that are for arena mode or whatever. Nogar, you can't really judge the gameplay without playing it though. Actually, you can judge it. You can watch it. You can look at what people are doing. You can look how it's played. You can analyze the modes. You could have a good idea of how fun it's going to be based on the things you see. We do have these things called eyes and ears, and we use them to get information into our brains, and then our brains are able to interpret that information and tell us things. Yeah, Nogar says pretty obvious battle tanks revolves around multiplayer. Well, the whole console revolves around multiplayer, so I don't know what you're trying to get at. Nogar, you have a very negative outlook. You're harsh in my mellow. You mentioned the gameplay feel, or the feel of gameplay. You can't judge the feel. No, I can't judge how it actually physically feels, but I can judge if it looks like it's sluggish or slow. I can judge whether or not the sound effects are good on the ears. I can judge whether or not the options are enough that would I be interested in playing or have some sort of interest in playing it more than a couple of times. I mean, if you want to nitpick all my words, I mean, you could, but you're not going to get anywhere. Lord Rakin says you can't judge the feel of a hammer either, so we can't be sure it hurts. This is true. Just by looking at it, you don't know if it's going to hurt.
For enemies on these modes, on these different battle modes, and then ricochets on or off, which is really, really fun. It was something that the original game had, and it was so much fun just bouncing, completely unrealistic, but you could bounce, off of the walls and stuff, and you can turn that on and off. The next screen here, it shows you,
Okay, so we got the pause menu, tank movement, primary shot, secondary shot, turret rotation using the screen.
The tank that you want, and the 3 different methods to move your tank. Okay.
So disk drive, use the disk, I guess, to move around. Full tank movement. Nothing on the screen, apparently, when you use disk drive.
So we're going to get into the 3 different methods, but I just want to skip over this part really quick now so that we can get into the game.
So just looking at the screen, it looks like it's only 4-player. It doesn't look like Battle Tanks is going to be an 8-player game. Jacob Livingston says, these controls scream hardcore gamer to me, not my grandma. Yeah, the controls do look a little much. I would think it would just be a simple shoot in front of you, not worry about the turret, and just drive around, pick up and play type thing. No secondary shot, just push a button to shoot. The tanks having different attributes was also kind of weird for something that's supposed to be pick up and play. having one tank better than another. You're going to get, it's more of a hardcore gamer thing, whereas a casual gamer would just want, to pick the cooler looking tank and not worry about all the stats.
And then I can show you, the 3 different methods of using the uniqueness of the Amico controller to control a tank. So you can see here that you can pick a whole bunch of different tanks. And of course, there's different tanks to unlock as you get different achievements and things. And you'll see that they each have their own armor, speed, and damage, meaning the amount of damage you inflict on somebody, the amount of damage they inflict on you, and of course, the speed of the tank. We're going to go into a game here at 7-7. We're going to skip ahead, me and John. Now, you see that enemy is the gray guy in the middle. That's a computer. And so if somebody hits him, they get a point. There, John just got a point. John is blue. You saw that green crate.
All right. Anyone else think that this UI here is just kind of weird looking? Like it's just sitting on top of, it's almost like 2 different screens. Like this John Tommy part, round 6, doesn't look like it belongs to the actual game. Lord Rakin says all the tanks look like they're from different styles. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Drew? M18 Hellcat doesn't read well for kids either. Looks like mature rating 18 with the hell added to it. That's a good point. I didn't even think of that. Nogar, no, that's not true. If it didn't have different having different tanks is not the same as having different tanks with different stats. They should just have different tanks so you have different looks, different styles. But the tanks having different stats is a hardcore gamer type thing where you want to choose a better tank than your opponent, maybe a faster tank or a more powerful tank or maybe something with more armor. You're going to have to compare stats, the ins and outs. That's all hardcore gamer stuff. That's not casual pick up and play stuff. Dracovania says, oh, yeah, totally. Some people might enjoy it. Some people enjoy beating themselves too, I mean, I would probably play it if I got it for free just to mess around with it, but not like something doesn't look like something I would spend hours on. Yes, Nogar, exactly. It adds strategy, and strategy is a thing for hardcore gamers. It's not a thing for casuals. Casuals don't want strategy. Casuals just want to pick the cool-looking tank, regardless of stats, and just play the game. I don't know why you can't seem to understand that. I mean, I'm trying to look at this from the point of view of the market, the target audience of being soccer moms and casual gamers and non-gamers, right? I mean, the whole idea of stats is something that a hardcore gamer would want. Oni says they all look like mobile games you can play right now. Yeah, I can't argue with that point.
In the middle, I'm going to get John right here. Clip. Oh, boy. Okay, so 9-8. So this is a game till 10. So we're going to come down to the last one here. But you see that green crate in the center, that will give you power-ups, and those become so important. So John, and you'll also notice that, boom, there you go. John got that, so now it's 9-9. So next point wins. I'm going to get the explosive shells. Look at that. Okay, these are fun. Boom, boom. So those explode on contact. Much more damage there. Oh, I think John's yeah. Okay, he's done on that one. But yeah, you'll notice those pickups in the center become so important. Of course, it keeps.
All right, so it keeps track, gives you a score. Tommy got 9 points, or John got 9 points. He only killed 7 people, though. Tommy got 11 points. He killed 7 people. That's weird.
Track of all your different stats, which is cool. Also wanted to point out that each of your controllers lights up to the color of your tank, so you always know who's who. Okay, let's check out a deathmatch. Now in deathmatch,
all right, I got to go back to this.
Track
this is so
of
silly.
All your different stats, which is cool. Also wanted to point out that each of
All right, guys. Your controllers light up the color of the tank you're controlling because there's so many tanks on the screen that you're going to forget that you're the blue tank or you're the red tank. Timmy Gaming Channel says the frame rate has got awful. I mean, it could be my end. I'm not sure if it's actually the video. Days Gaming says, is no guard D relic? It could be possible. Could be. Who knows? John let Tommy win. He might have. This game will be a PTSD trigger for some parents, not cartoon violence. Yeah, this game seems a little mature for an Amico game. Yeah, Luke's right. I'm glad the controller matches your tank. I always get confused on who I am in multiplayer games. Yeah, it's very hard. Dracovania says, but Tommy, I'm colorblind. Am I a joke to you? The controller lights are such bullshit. I don't know if they're bullshit. I just think that they're not unique. I mean, the PlayStation controllers light up. I don't really ever look at them. It's a thing that exists. I mean, it's not something that I would be, beating everyone over the head with. Lord Reagan says their usernames are colored too. Yeah, the tanks also have colors on them, and I think that there was names on the tanks too.
of your controllers lights up to the color of your tank. So you
Okay, wait a minute. This was interesting. I don't know if anyone caught this. Hold on. Did we just see an error? I think we just seen an error.
to the color of your tanks.
All right. So on the blue side, it actually says, let me 1080p this bitch. Hold on. We want to make sure that we're looking at it in the best quality. All right. On the blue side, we got main gun and C4, which is a secondary weapon. And it says lives and it got number of lives. Now on the red side, there's no picture on the main gun and there's no picture on the C4 or the secondary gun. Is this an error? Second player, is this like hiding it so no one knows what the second player has chosen? Lord Rickon says yes. I like the light. Yes, I like the little lights, but it's bullshit to say it's a feature that matters for this particular game. I think he's got to like kind of beat in your head every little feature. Like there's so little to the game, so little actual, uniqueness that he's just got to like fuck it. Everything that's there, I'm gonna just talk about it. Jacob Livingston says, does anyone know why Intellivision delisted the video? We're going to talk about that after we get through this. Dracovania says, imagine little Timmy asking his dad, what happened to the soldier on the tank that just blew up? Yeah, that is true. Timmy says, I can play my games without looking at my controller if you know how to play the game. Yeah, I agree. Oh, Days Gaming says the video is back up. Is it? I wonder if there's any changes. I'll check out if the video is back up. It is 18 minutes and 45 seconds in the original upload, and we'll see if it's still that long. But yeah, I think it's kind of weird that on the second controller here, it's missing some assets. So I don't know if this was a goof or an error. If you're watching, Tommy, I picked up that for you. You can thank me later. Drop it back down so it doesn't stutter.
So you always know who's who. Okay, let's check out a deathmatch. Now, in deathmatch, we'll go to the desert this time. In deathmatch, oh, yeah, I'm going to turn the helicopters on, and they are vicious and brutal. So we're going to take the enemies off. We'll just play to 3 really quick. But you'll notice here, we're going to go a game in progress already. But remember, you can shoot your enemies' shots. So here you go. So we're trying to shoot at each other, but you'll see them get canceled out there. See that? Again, very important strategy. John picks up a health. Here comes the helicopter, and they are ruthless. It is actually to your advantage if both tanks go after the helicopter. Of course, if you do that, then you're leaving yourself open to your enemies as well. So it really, really comes into play like that when the helicopter's out. It's really brutal. So you can choose to work together or not, You'll see once again the power-ups here. Now, you see the shots are in 3 bursts. See 1, 2, 3 like that, but John doing, but I'm holding down my button, and when I hold it down, it comes up with a super shot.
Yeah, so like I was saying, it does appear that your name is underneath the tank. Your tanks are colored first off, and your name appears on your tank. So I don't know why you would need to look at your controller unless you can't read your name, I guess. He does it to troll Pat and Ian. Yeah, I think he does. P.O. Box Christmas says it's been back up for a while now. I didn't know that. Days Gaming says it's the same amount of time. So then that's weird that they unlisted it for a little bit, but now it's back up. Nogar says this seems like one of the games that was made for the OG Intellivision fans. Oh, it is an OG Intellivision game being remade, so probably. Jacob Livingston says tons of readability issues with the inconsistent text sizes. That's true. No accessibility options either. So
you can do that
yeah,
as
you
well.
can look at the screen.
Original
I mean, the screen just tells you Tommy is red, John is blue. As long as you know your colors and what your name looks like. Again, I don't know why you need the colors on the screen.
Game had the 3 burst shots, so that's where we kind of got the 3 bursts from. But you see John holding down. Now we're both holding down to get that one big power shot. And look at that helicopter just tearing into John. See if we get John. Oh, John gets him and takes him out here. Going to get the power up. Oh, there's an explosive shell again, but John gets the health. See, the health comes into play big time because now he gets a whole bunch of. Look at that. Oh, I get the explosive shell on him, but explosive shell. But John takes me out because he had that extra health. You see some of the achievements and different things unlocked, and of course, it keeps track of all your stats. Let's check out a quick capture the flag game here. Now, the first thing you'll notice is the tanks are a lot quicker in this. So definitely a little more high action paced. And this one is really, see how I picked up the flag there? You see it blue flag waving on my tank. And if he shoots me, the flag stops there. And then it's really fun to play with teams because you can, kind of help each other and pick it out. But there you go, a little bit of that. All right, let's check out survival mode. Now, this one's really unique because, again, up to 4 players can play this. But what you're doing is every wave comes. So wave 1 has 1 enemy tank. And so the both of us are.
Ninja Kitty says still looks sluggish. It does. I wasn't sure if it was just me. No, Ninja Kitty, we haven't gone over the assets yet. Hey, what's up, Ben Silverpong? Thanks for joining us. Let's see what else we got here. Jacobini says the shots are barely visible. Nintendo did it right with big, bright pellets. Ben Silverpong says, not sure if games are still in early development. Well, I hope after all this time that they're out of early development. They should be in final development and testing and, bug catching. I mean, Sean Bernard, what's up? Timmy says I'm getting really dizzy from watching this god awful frame rate in game. I'm sorry about that. I do apologize. Nogar says even real tanks look sluggish. Yeah, but this is a game. This is not supposed to be like realistic. It's just supposed to be fun. Why would you want to hope that this is not $10? That makes no sense. First, you were complaining that it's a $10 game and we shouldn't be hard on it. And now you're saying you want it to cost more than $10. It's kind of weird. Ben Silverpong says I'm not a shill, so I have some answers. Interesting. I must have missed something. Ben still has the reason I mentioned that. Ben still has the best voice on YouTube. I love his accent. I don't have a really slow PC, no Gardy. That's a lie. It is in 360p, but everyone has said, it is still sluggish even on their high-end PCs. You think the game should be $5 to $7? So now you want it even less? Dracovania says, let's just be honest. If this game was to be announced on any other platform, would anyone care? Probably not. Probably not.
Again, if there were 4 players, we're trying to kill that one tank, because if we kill that tank, we'll get 100 points. The person who kills the tank gets 100 points. And then wave 2 comes, and then there's 2 tanks, and wave 3 comes. Now look at that, I got the ricochet. Look at the ricochet shots, so cool. Those were in the original, and when me and my brother would play, we would always play with ricochet. We love the ricochet shots. But anyway, you can see it where, we're both trying to attack it, but look at my power up, and boom! So again, I pressed down on that button, built up the shot, and it becomes so much more powerful. Now here comes wave 2. Now there's 2 tanks. I got 100 points. Who can get the most points? Now you each have 3 lives. So you see under my tank there, you see both our tanks, you see the 2 green tanks. So I have 1 plus the 2. Boom! I just got wasted there. And so you'll see me come back to life.
Easy G says I watched the demo.
Now I have 2 tanks left. The one I have, and then 1 underneath.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of people say it's sluggish. Easy G. I don't know why Nogar is trying to harsh my malo. No one. He says nobody would care if it was on another platform. That is true, but there are thousands of games nobody cares about on the Switch, which is 1,000 more games than are on the Amico. So check and mate. TG16 Truth. I don't see what's appealing about this to casual gamers who want a quick hit of video game dopamine. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It looks overly complicated. Really brown. Looks really brown. Like, doesn't look whimsical. Ben Silverpong says, all I can say is that the haters do have some good points. I mean, we don't call ourselves haters. I call myself a critic. Lord Rakin says he's enthusiastic because he's making fat stacks from investors. I guess, Tommy, I don't know if he's making fat stacks.
So there, John took that guy out, and so he got 100 points. So it's pretty cool, and it keeps going. Wave 4 gets 4 tanks. Wave 5 gets 5 tanks, and so on. For all you original Intellivision fans like me, I just wanted to show you quickly the triple action level. See how it's laid out exactly like the original triple action. What's cool is you'll notice, too, something I haven't talked about is the wooden stuff is destructible. There's definitely destructible things in the level, but then you see those concrete walls are not so destructible. But there you go, the ricochet shots. Oh, so I just wanted to show that. In fact, let me show you now the 3 different methods that you can control the tanks. All right, so here's disk drive, which basically means wherever the disc goes, you're driving the whole thing. So the turret is fixed to the front, which, you know, this is the easiest control to do, but it gives you the least amount of flexibility. So, so disc drive, and then you can see my primary shot like that, right? And then the secondary shot is, if you hit that, you see how it lays a little C4, and then you press it again, boom, and it explodes. I exploded myself on that one. Oops. All right, now this one is called screen to aim. So you can see, you know, you can drive around with the disc, as you can see there, similar to.
So disc drive should be the one that it's the only one on there. TurboGrafx 16 says, "Have you heard of Paprium on Kickstarter? What do you think of it?" I heard it was a complete mess, a very big fiasco, a Paprium fiasco, if you will. Ben Silverpong says, "I guess I'm also a critic." Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being critical, looking at things you're going to spend money on and evaluating them based on their merits. This is a hater stream done by a hater for haters, to be honest. No, I don't think so. It's 43 haters watching this. Yeah, CM Retro is still talking about the tank game. That's what the whole stream is about the tank game. I mean, plus, you know, I keep stopping the video. We haven't even made it through the whole video. I got to entertain 44 people watching this. So it's like 5 of you guys and 39 alts from Relic. Ben Silverpong says, "I played it for myself, so I can definitely be critical." Everyone can be critical. Did you play this game, Ben? Since you're in the chat, have you tried Battle Tanks? What do you think of it?
The disk drive one, but the big difference here is I can now, wherever I go on the screen, and I can shoot as well by tapping the screen. So you have a little bit more flexibility. So driving around, do.
Okay, so he was tapping the screen, but anywhere on the screen, it looks like. I guess those are just indicators to let you know what your weapons are, not actually having to press them to activate those particular weapons.
And then screen will fire. And again, you can tap it if you like as well. So there you go. Okay, so now this is everyone's favorite, I think. So this is screen to drive. So wherever my thumb is going, the tank is going, but the turret is controlled by the disc. So you see that red arrow? That's exactly where the disc is, right? Because you can whip it around, but then the turret takes a little bit to catch up to the arrow. It takes a little bit, you know, like a real tank, because we don't want just like totally whipping around. So driving like this, so you can drive.
So they made the turret slow on purpose. Again, I mean, if this is supposed to be for casuals, it shouldn't be like a simulation game. It should be more of a, you know, just whip it around, arcadey, not actually accurate to what a tank is. Fufi says, "My God, the lag." I didn't see any lag. No lag. No lag. See, Juxtaposition says Amico is like something from a timeline where the Berlin Wall never fell, and it's a system block country kids get stuck with, and Battle Tanks fits perfectly with this vision. Janky, cheap, uninspired. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good comment. Show says haters ball, hate. Crush the capitalist pigs with your battle tongues, comrade. Gogo13 says, even if you don't like the game, at least we're finally seeing something. Yeah, that's true. But the question always is this the final build? Is this the build? Is it good to go? Because every time he shows something, it's always, well, it's a work in progress. Well, you know, as we can see, the name is still to be determined, to be announced. So, I mean, it's nice to see stuff, but I also want to see finalized stuff. Luke Skywalker says, I tapped that screen. Yeah, it's a sexy screen. God, can they use a different color? It's all brown. Everything's brown. Jacob says, shouldn't the map be on the screen for this control scheme? No, you just move your finger around and you hope you know what you're doing. Please explain how that's better than a normal 2-stick controller. It would be so easy and natural to control with 2 sticks. Yeah, like a twin stick shooter type thing, but I don't know. Mike Garcia says, only crazy people hate or love something that doesn't exist and probably never will. Smiley face. Miko is from the Biff Run alternate 1985. Yeah.
Forever. And then I can be driving backwards and have the turret, driving away. Now, the other thing, too, you'll notice on the screen is, see, my power is up there. You can see the red bar under my name, Tommy, but also it's 100% there. And when you have lives, it shows how many lives you have left. But again, it's the same thing where, you have your primary shot there, and the secondary shot drops the C4.
So what he's saying is basically the same information on the screen is the information that's on the controller screen. So basically the controller is just redundant at this point. So the fact he said everything is brown, are you calling this a piece of shit? No, I'm just saying there's a lot of brown. Call of Duty used to have that issue where everything was just brown. It's just a lot of brown everywhere. Finbar says, I love the idea of the Amico, but I also love the idea of the Coleco Chameleon and the Atari VCS. Yeah, sometimes the idea of a thing is better than the execution. So, I mean, Show says, watching a Jackie Chan movie on my Sega Genesis while I listen to you guys hating some tank game kappa. Yeah. Which Jackie Chan movie you watching, Show? I like Rumble in the Bronx. Rumble in Bronx is probably one of my favorite. And then Drunken Master is a really good Jackie Chan movie. The second one, was that Legend of the Drunken Master? Not the first one. The first one's not that good.
Boom, explode it. And so this is screen to drive. All right, I figured I'd wrap this up by showing a bunch of the different mission modes. Now, remember, mission modes are the co-op, so everybody is trying to work together to go through all the different missions. And again, you can play 1 player, 2 player, 3 player, 4 player. You're all on the same team, all trying to win and beat the missions and get as many stars as possible. So I'm going to go through a bunch of different stuff. You're going to see a whole bunch of different power-ups, different environments.
Okay, so this is the lava level, I'm assuming. And Tommy
see a whole bunch of different power-ups, different environments. Again, you can play 1 player, 2 player, 3 player, 4 player. You're all on the same team, all to drive.
Hold on.
1 player, 2 player, 3 mission modes are the co-ops.
Okay, so this level here is the lava level. And you can see the AI drives right over the lava. So basically, the background is just a picture. It's a static image that has no real effect on anything. This is not real lava. It's not going to cause damage. There's no obstacles. The only objects that cause any kind of the lava acts the same way as a grassy field. Exactly. So I'm saying it's just a picture. Just a picture with sprites sitting on top of it. I've never seen Who Am I? I've heard good things. Red Ferrari tank. Man, this guy loves. Nah. Ninja Kitty wants to know, why didn't they show 4 people playing? There was only 2 of them there, is the excuse I've heard. They could have connected 4 controllers and shown 4 people on the screen, moved around with, 1 hand each. Ben Silverpunk says the controller is definitely different in the Amico's high point, but the games just don't feel as fun as they look. Yeah, I think the games. They don't feel as fun as they look. They don't look that fun either, Ben. So it's like if they're even less fun than what they look like. Damn, that's. Are you watching Snake and Eagle Shadow? Yeah, it's a pretty good one too. Super Cop is your jam. PO Box Christmas. Evan Amico Day is telling us that everybody's been fired from the company except for Tommy and John. Okay, Evan Amico Day.
So everybody is trying to work together to go through all the different missions. And again, you can play 1 player, 2 player, 3 player, 4 player. You're all on the same team, all trying to win and beat the missions and get as many stars as possible. So I'm going to go through a bunch of different stuff. You're going to see a whole bunch of different power-ups, different environments. And yeah, hope you enjoy this.
So again, the water doesn't do anything. Doesn't seem like it has any effect on slowing down the tanks or even being a hazard of any kind. The AI, apparently the AI is so bad that it's running into itself, the 2 tanks, and they were just kind of stuck on each other. So, anyone else noticing that the missions just seem to be fight tanks in different arena? There doesn't seem to be any actual missions, not like kill X amount of enemies, kill the enemies in a certain time limit, score a certain amount of points, do anything other than just blow up the enemy tank. So it's kind of weird. The only question, Dragwing says, the only question we need to watching this gameplay is, would you pay 250 USD to play this? No. No, I would not. Ben Silverpong says, I'm just being honest. Yeah, we know, Ben. You're cool. I'm just waxing poetic over the things I see. He says, but I meant even Astro Smash, Finnegan Fox, and Flying Tigers. Finnegan Fox, Fox and Forest, I played it, beat it in 6 hours. If it's even easier on the Amico, then I can't imagine it being worth the $10. Because I mean, right now you can get Fox and Forest on most months for like $7 on sale. So it's even cheaper than the Amico version, which is even shorter if it's easier. What's Carl doing? Carl wants to know, if you had to buy this to prevent Adolf Hitler from rising to power, would you do it? The obvious answer is no, Carl. I would not do it because I live in the reality where Adolf Hitler rose to power, and I would hate to find out the consequences of preventing such a thing from happening. We might have someone even worse than Adolf Hitler rising to power. So you can't change history. Days Gaming says he'd murder Hitler with an Amico. Ben Silverpong says something just doesn't feel right. Maybe it's the lag. Maybe it's the sluggish control, the frame rate. Maybe it's the fact that, gameplay has moved on, it evolved. He says when playing, it's not the controller lag. Okay. I don't know. Hopefully, they'll bring it over to my area, and then I'll get a chance to play it, and I'll be converted to the Church of Amico. And let me just say, we got 41 people here. Thank you guys for watching. I don't know why you want to listen to the Macaroni Muppet, but thank you all the same. I really appreciate it. Mike Garcia says Hillary Clinton. Yeah, if we prevent Hitler, maybe Hillary Clinton would have won the election. Chew on that. Yeah, all the missions here, they just look the same. Let me lower the volume. The sound effects sound pretty good though. Nice metal, nice chunkiness to the shots. But it just looks, the gameplay is just more of the same. Each mission. Kill tanks. Ooh, they added movement speed in mission 7. Yeah, this definitely looks like something that we can get through in a weekend. I need some amigos to play my Amico with. Yeah. Timmy says, is there any music? I don't think so. I think the music is just for the trailer. I don't think there's any in-game music for this. So, why does it sound like glass? I don't know. It's a good question. Ben Silverpong says they still plan to get one when released. Maybe it was being overwhelmed and playing with strangers. Yeah, I think when you're playing with friends and you're having a good time, you probably don't notice a lot of the little things, the little annoyances, because you're cheering each other on and you're trying to have a good time and you're riffing on the system. So everything just seems so much more fun. Jean Nicholas Ardot says so bland. Yeah, it is. It's just weird. It's not. There's nothing's popping. Nothing's like saying, yeah, look at me, want this. Timmy Gaming says it's one of those steelwork sounds. Yeah. I think it. I don't know if it's been rated yet, Mike. I know the 8 launch, the 8 box edition.
Well, there you have it. Intellivision Battle Tanks. I hope you enjoyed our first Amico deep dive.
Right. Make sure to like and subscribe so you can see them all.
Tanks, everyone.
Oh wow, that was a really bad joke, Tommy. All right, so as you can see, it still says unlisted on the video. I haven't refreshed the page yet, so we're still looking at unlisted. But I'm going to refresh the page, and we'll see if it's relisted, reback, put back up on the channel. Was that Tank's joke? It might have been.
And battle.
Yeah, okay, so it's back on the channel. Same time. I don't know why they took it down. They unlisted it. Maybe accident. It's kind of weird. Just for Mad Max, you can see there is no downvote for me. See that, Max? Look, no downvote. I didn't downvote the video, Max. So we're going to stop sharing that. We're done with that deep dive video. Now we're going to get into the meat, what everybody's been waiting for, what we're going to talk about here. So some of the guys on Reddit, they noticed something peculiar when they watched the video. So we're going to take a look at what they found. So this is from the Amico Deep Dive Intellivision Battle Tanks 2020, whatever. We don't know when it's releasing. And below here is Gladiators of the Steel Legion. It's a expansion for War Thunder. That's from 2016. And as you can see, the two images are very, very similar. This explosion in the middle here is the same. This tank in the background is the same. This explosion here is just the middle one flipped. It's very peculiar, very peculiar. So it looks like that. Shut up, Tony. No, Saggy. 38 people would be very bored. Ben Silverpong says it's hard to be critical about concerns on the fly in front of fans and people you don't really know while playing it. That's understandable. I mean, you probably didn't want to rock the boat. You don't want to, piss people off when you're just trying to have a good time. Mike Garcia says copy, trace, and paste. Probably. Timmy says, so that's plagiarism. It's possible. Ninja Kitty says, show the goose video. We're getting to that, Ninja. We're getting to that. Because that's where I was going next. We're going to take a look at the goose video. And see what we got here. See if there's any weight to this claim. As you can see, it is loading. There we go. Okay. Let's full screen this bitch. It is Intellivision's Battle Tank game contains stolen, ripped artwork. It's from Goose. So that's the video they're talking about where he got the stuff from. So during it, we got to see some things, including the title screen. That's the title screen I showed you. It says this is a mostly stolen image from the game War Thunder. Gladiators of the Steel Legion, as you can see, once again, the same picture. It says they replaced the tank on the right, but the tank and the explosion in the back are the exact same. This can be seen clearly, especially when putting one image on top of the other. Go ahead and take a look at that. So, yeah. As you can see, the explosion in the middle does not change when he overlays them. It says we also got to see some tanks on the selection screen. Oh boy, what do we got going now? It's not for commercial use. It's not looking good. They flipped it, but again, it's easy to see if we put them back on top of each other. So let's take a look. Yeah, Goose is a machine. That guy had that video out quick. I didn't even watch the official video by the time Goose had his video out. Saggy saying something about contacting people. I disavow. We don't contact companies to complain. We're going to stop the video right here. We're going to go back 1 second in the video. All right, so this tank here, which is on the title screen, I believe, it's the Fury tank. This was actually licensed from the movie Fury, 2014 movie with Brad Pitt, I believe. And you can see Fury on the barrel is a very specific tank designed to look exactly like the tank from the movie. Again, licensed by War Thunder. Or no, not War Thunder. This is that was the other tank game. Motherfucking come on, help me out here, somebody. What the hell is that tank game? World of Tanks. There it is. This is from World of Tanks. So they borrowed assets from War Thunder, World of Tanks, and Fury being a movie. Yeah, Timmy, World of Tanks. Took me a minute. So obviously, World of Tanks and Fury made a partnership deal. This is a tank from the movie. I do not believe that World of Tanks would be able to license this image out to other companies without the go-ahead from the producers of the movie. That would actually be a pretty big deal and something that, that would be bragging rights. You'd be like, hey, in Intellivision Battle Tanks, we got the Fury tank from the movie Fury. So the other ones might be, they licensed some assets, they finagled some stuff. But this one right here, I don't think this is the smoking gun, if you will. Luke says Fury was a good movie. I never saw it. Never saw it. P.O. Box Christmas says it does say they can be contacted on the image, and Intellivision could have got it. Yeah, that's true. But I think this Fury one is not so much. Not so much. Ben Silverpong says the music is definitely another strong point on the Amico games. I know the music in Finnegan Fox is great because it's basically the same music from Fox and Forest, which had fucking fantastic music. So, Saggy, I'm not reading the chat. Hold on. Saggy says if they paid for it, then cool, end of discussion. If not, then guess y'all can pop off about it. I don't know. What are you saying? She says, I'm saying what I was told. Says, no, it isn't. They paid for the right to use it. Saggy says she has receipts for the transaction ready and available. All right, then send me the receipts, Saggy, on Discord. Just DM me on Discord the receipts. And then we'll know or not, right? TG16, this isn't Kiwi Farms, but you tried though. I don't know. Amico defenders are the best locals. How can you defend this? I mean, is it speculation at this point? Oh, you were being sarcastic? Now you don't have receipts. So Saggy does not have receipts. She said she had receipts, but she doesn't have receipts. Is that what I'm understanding in the chat here? Help me out, Saggy. Do you not have receipts? Because I'm always willing to show them. I mean, if you got receipts that can be shown, I will show them. Or if you don't want me to show them on screen, I'll look at them and I will relay the information to my audience, like I always do. Because I mean, we are here for the truth. We are here to get to the heart of the matter. So Saggy says, no, I don't have receipts. I just got home from work. So then why would you say that you had receipts, Saggy? See, this is why people don't trust you guys. And this is why people get upset and annoyed. You can't just make things up to shut people up. Like, oh, they're talking about the Amico in a negative light. I'll make something up and then hopefully they'll just stop talking about it. No, that's not how things are done. It's not how adults act. If you would have just said, hey, I heard some things, you literally said it was sarcasm. Yeah, after the fact. And if I didn't, go through the whole chat, I wouldn't, know that. So, I mean, let's not try to be fake news. I mean, everyone claims that I'm fake news, but here I am trying to get to the heart of the matter, trying to find the facts, and I got people being sarcastic in my chat. So let's try not to do that. Let's try to keep things on the up and up. So he's gonna do his little CSI thing again. As you can see, the tanks match up. They did change the color of the tank, so that's something. But they did leave the Fury name on the turret, so no outro for him. So Luke Skywalker says, in all fairness, I took it sarcastically as well. I didn't take it sarcastically because Saggy is known for making claims. She says things like, I already contacted the FTC. I called them on the phone. And only after she gets grilled does she say, oh, no, I didn't. Saggy saying she takes D's. Okay, that's good. I'm not getting angry. I don't get angry. I get annoyed. Annoyed, not angry. Oh no, sarcasm threw you off, Tony. It does. Sarcasm, it's hard to tell sarcasm in chat. I mean, it's easier when someone's talking. But when we're talking about a matter like this, and you're coming in saying you have receipts, and I'm asking you to provide them, because again, I don't want people calling me fake news, and I want people saying that I'm here destroying Amico and I'm trying to kill Tommy's dreams and hopes. I'm just here reporting things, and I'm always looking for a way, to get a scoop. And if you have receipts, that's a scoop. I wouldn't have known one way or the other. I would have if you would have shown me receipts. When Tony gets really mad, he might commit a murder. Yeah, that's true. And yes, show deep swallowing sounds. I said that at the very beginning. I'm drinking water. Blue raspberry lemonade Mio. It's delicious. TG16 Truth says, thanks for the journalism. You're welcome. I try to do what I try to do. Who's hiding over behind the keyboard and crying over a toy? It's very, very, very bad comment. No Guard D is correct. You are distracting me from my fair and balanced coverage. Ben Silverpong says, I apologize if I may have confused you with Lucky Day. It's okay. It's fine. There's so many people talking about this now. It's easy. It's easy. You can't handle the receipts. I can't. Again, not angry. Not angry. Disappointed. A little disappointed in you, Saggy. I was hoping you had receipts. I was like, yes, we could put this issue to rest. I won't have to talk about it on Saturday. Ninja Kitty wants to get back to the Jet Li Jackie Chan talk. Well, Jet Li can whip Jackie Chan's ass, but Jackie Chan makes a better movie because they are much more entertaining, funny. Rumble in the Bronx still holds up. No, it does not, Ninja Kitty. Rumble in the Bronx, I love it. I love that movie, but the dubbing is so fucking bad in that movie. They dubbed the American actors speaking English for some reason, and so none of the mouths match up. It is a fucking clusterfuck. And I think somebody died on the set or something. Ben Silverpong's having a score candy bar. Never had one of those. Yeah, I need to get out of here. I think an hour and a half on this is long enough. I don't think I have anything else to add to this. It does look like the images were plagiarized. I do have a GIF. I can show this GIF. Let's see here. So as you can see, you got the tank from the loading screen and the tank from Fury, and they match up identically. Patrick Smith says, what were you guys expecting for $9.95? Seriously. It's a good question, Patrick. Let's take a look. What were we expecting? So let's go to the PSN store right now. Well, let's see what we can get for $10. Right? Because we shouldn't be able to get anything of any sort of quality for $10. Anything at $10 should be just garbage, right? That's what we're saying. Like, it should just be this low bar of quality. So let's see. We'll go with PS4 games. Let me share the screen so you guys can see what I'm doing here. We're at the official PlayStation Store. As you can see, there's 5,056 items. And let's see if we can find anything for $9.99 or less. So already we got Call of Duty Vanguard multiplayer free access. It's free. Rocket League is free. Apex Legends is free. Vigor free. Brawlhalla free. Rec Room free. Enlisted is free. Right here we got Infamous Second Son is right now on sale, 50% off, $9.99. But you can get it at regular price for $20, which is the same cost as a boxed edition game. So, I mean, you got that. Detroit Become Human is also going for $10 right now. eFootball 2022 is free. Look at that. Naruto to Boruto, $5.99. Batman Arkham Knight, $5.99. Come on, you're telling me you can't get quality games for $9? Look at that. Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition, $9.99 right now. Ghost of Tsushima bonus content's free. Injustice 2, $3.99. You can't beat that. Look at that. Rogue Company, free $99. Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2 Lite, free. Persona 5, $8.99. Payday 2, Crime Wave Edition, $3.99. Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, $8.99. DC Universe is free to play. Mega Zombies, free to play. I mean, we can go on and on. I'm sure we can find many games. So the whole idea of this $9.95 price tag is somehow limiting the quality of a game. It is a straw man argument. It's insulting to developers. It's insulting to people's intelligence. So let's not play that game. Yeah, P.O. Box Christmas says we were promised quality games by Tommy. For a new game system, less than $10 for a new game kind of seems like a bargain. If it's a quality game, I agree. If it's shovelware or, crappy games, no. Is the PS4 a new system? Is the PS4 equivalent of the Amico? Is the PS4 or the PS5 in the same category? The Amico cannot do what they do. These games that I'm showing you that are on the screen, the Amico couldn't handle The Last Guardian. You're not playing The Last Guardian on the Amico, which is going for $9.99 right now, as a matter of fact. So this game that could never run on the Amico because it's way too advanced. I mean, the amount of space memory on an Amico is so low that some of these games couldn't even fit on the Amico. These are all PS4 games that are old on the shelf games that at one time were priced above $9.95. Yeah, this is true. At one time they were. But Amico games are remastered mobile games. So a mobile game that was free at one point called Evil Knievel is now being charged $10. But that's a bargain. Look for Techno Tanks on PS. And let me see. Let's search for it. Come on, give me the search. Techno Tanks. Fucking Sony better send me a check in the mail for doing all this. Look at that. Here we go. Techno Tanks. Ooh, Tanks vs. Tanks is $1.24. Mild fantasy violence. Remote play supported. PS4 enhanced. 1 to 4 players. No video or nothing. Damn you, Techno Tanks. But it is $6.99. $6.99. And it just came out 6/3/2021. So Techno Tanks is a new game that came out this year, and it's going for $6.99. So yeah, I think the argument of the $10 game somehow limiting the quality of a game is gone. Enjoy the misery you keep pushing. I'm not pushing misery on anybody. First off, I do have one on pre-order. Secondly, wanting better quality games is not misery. Holding Intellivision to a certain standard is not misery. I mean, there's a difference between getting shit on a plate and smiling and eating it and saying, hey, I would like a higher quality meal than this shit that you put on my plate. Yeah, Chupacabra says reality equals misery. Yeah. I mean, some people are just happy with what they get. You know, whatever you give them, they'll accept it. Hey, it's a thing, and I'll take it. But not me. Beefy says, all right, just got the kids to sleep. What did I miss? We went over the video. We went over the stolen, borrowed, reused placeholder assets. Saggy claimed to have receipts, and then when challenged on the receipts, she says she was being sarcastic, so there are no receipts. She doesn't know, but she was told by somebody that possibly Intellivision licensed some of those images. Possibly. We don't know. And Peel Box Christmas says the only Miko game you can play right now is poker with the 8-pack coins as chips. You're wrong, Peel Box Christmas. You can play quarters. You can play heads and tails. You can play tic-tac-toe. You can play poker with the coins as chips. You could play like a really small game of checkers. So, I mean, you don't need to be a hater and lie so blatantly that you can only play one game with coins. But really, that's all I got to say. I don't know if anybody has anything else to add to this discussion of battle tanks. We got 37 people who are stuck with us. Yeah, pitching. That's what quarters is. We used to pitch quarters all the time. I was gonna say quarters, but figured I'd look too ghetto. No, you could throw them in a fountain. Yeah. Ninja Kitty says, "What else can you say? It sucks." Yeah, I mean, it didn't look good. The game did not look good. The sound effects sounded good. Nogar says, I think Tanks versus Tanks is online multiplayer, though. The Techno Tanks look worse than Amico Battle Tanks. I guess. I haven't seen Techno Tanks. There was no video or any images. Art Bell, he's going to get the final comment before we sign off. Says, Tommy Amico Beatles, the long and winding Amico pre-order grift, Tommy's gift, Android box leads me to your door. Dracovania says, for the record, I know I said last comment, but damn it, we're going to take a look at Techno Tanks now, because fuck it, why not, right? Let's see if we can get a video on this. Because Nogar is saying Techno Tanks looks worse than Battle Tanks on Amico. Dracovania says it looks good. I guess we're going to take a look and see who is correct. Who is the right? Who is the better judge of quality? This is the Switch trailer. So try not to get raped while watching this. It's got a unique vibe. Nothing that I would be interested in. Luke Skywalker says this looks like shit. $15 different maps. See, it's got less maps than the Amico version. We're failing here. Looks like Nogar is the better judge of quality. Countless crazy battles. I'm gonna stop you right there. It does not look good. That's why it's $6.99. Yeah, Potion Sword Run. Beefy says Attack of the Toy Tanks is better looking and more in line with Amico goals. So I guess we'll look at that one. Battle was it? Attack of the Toy Tanks. Let's get that trailer up there. Attack.
Are you a fan of retarded?
Oh, God damn it. I don't want nobody's talking trailer. I just want to see the trailer. How do you guys do this to me? There we go. We're going to look at this beefy suggestion here. Attack of the Toy Tanks. Don't know how much it is. All right, this looks pretty good. You got Legos and stuff in here. $60 levels. Look at that. 60 levels with increasing difficulty. I don't think Tommy even mentioned difficulty in the trailer or his deep dive, or whatever you want to call it. Arena-based gameplay. Look at that. I do like this UI right here. See, because it still matches. Unlike the one they showed for Battle Tanks that just kind of looked like it was sitting on top. This actually looks like it matches the aesthetic. It's crap song, yeah. I'll give you that. Mike Garcia says this looks more Amico than Battle Tanks. Ninja Kitty's right. This looks better than the Amico tanks. At least has style. What's up, 1 inch biceps? Mike Garcia says it's $4.99. Yes, it is. Attack of the Toy Tanks is $4.99, and looks fun. Maybe I'll get this one. Maybe I'll pick this one up and give it a whirl this weekend. 1 inch biceps stopping in right at the end when we're about to leave. It's been an hour and 39 minutes. We still have 37 people here. Thank you all for tuning in, hearing my thoughts, listening to me drink water, and have big gulps. But you know how we do it on this channel. Love, peace, booty grease. We out this bitch.